Good morning everyone, my name is Nabila Salmah Permadi and I'm honored to be here today to share our research on life cycle cost analysis. This work is a collaboration with my esteemed colleague Ari Setiawan M. Pungki from the Department of Civil Engineering at Universitas 11 Maret. Infrastructure decisions are not just about initial costs, they are long-term investments that shape our communities and impact our economies. Our study aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of cost implications over the lifespan of different pavement types, empowering more sustainable and cost-effective decision-making. I'm excited to take you through our findings and explore how strategic choice in pavement design can drive more resilient infrastructure for the future. Highways are one of the land transportation infrastructure that function to connect one area to another for public activities such as economic and social activities. Along with the increasing population in Indonesia, safe, comfortable, and efficient road conditions are needed to support the economic needs of the community. Safe, comfortable, and efficient roads cannot be separated from the availability of flat roads and the absence of significant road damage. As one of the infrastructure in the transportation sector is a highway, a road construction project plan is needed from planning to road maintenance, including handling damage that occurs during the planned life. A damaged road, if not immediately handled, will cause more severe damage. This makes the repair cost that must be incurred become greater. In order for the road section to have safe, comfortable, and efficient service capabilities, it is necessary to have a life cycle cost analysis of the highway. Life cycle cost analysis is a form of economic analysis that compares the cost of various alternatives over the life cycle of a building. LCCA takes into account the total cost from design, construction, operation, maintenance to disposal of a building. This research used a case study on national road in Central Java by highlighting the growth and increase in road traffic, which is the cause of damage to several road sections such as the Simpang 3 Lingkar Kudus Timur Road section, the Demak Ring Road section, the Pati Ring Road section, and can be seen in a figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. This is a figure 1 for location of the Demak Ring Road section, and then figure 2 for location of the Kudus Ring Road intersection, Pati Regency, Kudus border, and then figure 3 for location of Pati Ring Road section, Central Java province. The location selection in this study used 3 different road sections, namely Simpang 3 Lingkar Kudus Timur Road section, Demak Ring Road section, and Pati Ring Road section. The data used in the study were obtained from BPPG and 7 Semarang in the form of road section data, documentation, daily traffic data, while the data obtained from government regulation in the form of HSPK for Demak, Kudus, and Pati cities, inflation data, interest rate data, and consumer unit price index. This research consists of several stages. The first thing to do is to conduct a literature study, namely to deepen the understanding of the literature that can be obtained from several sources, such as theory books, journal, thesis, dissertation, and others. After conducting a literature study, you can start by identifying the problem followed by a literature review as needed. After determining the literature review as needed, then determine the road section to be reviewed by considering whether the road is being or has been maintained or not. Then determine the data that needs to be obtained by collecting data, either from primary data, namely data on road damage. For secondary data, data is needed on road maintenance cost, pavement design, and HSD data. After that, based on the data obtained, according to the Federal Highway Administration, the steps involved in life cycle cost analysis include determining alternative pavement design strategies for the analysis period, determining the performance period and activity time, estimating agency cost, estimating user cost, developing an expenditure flow diagram, calculating the net present value, analyzes the result, and re-evaluating the design strategy. The first step that will be taken in to calculate the cost of designing the overlay road, calculating the cost of construction the overlay, calculating the operational cost on the overlay road, and calculating the cost of the planned service life. Finally, the total cost can be calculated, which will be the life cycle cost on the overlay road. Then the result of the analysis and conclusion are obtained. This is the result for agency cost. The stage of agency cost estimation are determining the quantity or unit price of construction and maintenance. The calculation of this cost include labor, material, equipment, overhead, and profit with unit price based on local unit price reference for the area. The unit price analysis in this study refers to the regulation of the Minister of Public Works and Public Housing of the Republic of Indonesia number 8 of 2023 concerning guidelines for compiling construction work cost estimate. Through economic analysis, what type of costs are present in the form of present value. Construction cost can be seen in figure 4. This is figure 4. Based on figure, the Kudus section road has the highest construction cost in the MDPG and SPDM method, namely 4 billion and 5 billion. This is a result for user cost. In this study, the user cost compare are VOC. Delay cost and accident cost are assumed to be the same in all alternatives and therefore do not need to be compared. Based on the NDLEA method, VOC include fuel, oil consumption, tire wear, vehicle maintenance, vehicle depreciation, interest, and insurance. VOC can be seen in the figure table diagram. Based on the diagram, according to the NDLEA method, the calculation of vehicle operation cost considers the road condition index for each type of road, including dirt road, gravel road, flexible pavement, and rigid pavement. The worse the condition rating, the higher the index value, which leads to increased operating costs. In this study, it is assumed that the road condition is classified as good after periodic maintenance, reconstruction, fair after routine maintenance, and bad or poor before maintenance and reconstruction. The life cycle cost of overlay road include construction cost and vehicle operation cost present in table. For the conclusion, based on the research conducted, the Demak section has the same life cycle cost with the MDPG and SPDM method, which is 89 billion. The Kudus section and Pati section have lower life cycle cost using the MDPG method, which is 96 billion for the Kudus section and 99 billion for the Pati section. Okay, thank you for your attention. I'm open to any questions or discussion you may have, and I would like to express my gratitude to my co-authors Ari Setiawan and Pungki, and to Universitas 11 Maret for their continuous support. Thank you.